Hello, 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 and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. It's so good to be here with you. I hope that all is well with you. I hope that you are experiencing a beautiful, beautiful late summer day in your garden. And yeah, we're in September, so there is a nip in the air. I have on my scarf and my jacket because it's cool, but we still need to go on out there and explore the garden and do what we need to do. I remember the time in the early spring that I wondered to myself, will I plant cabbage this year? For the past 2 seasons, the cabbage would grow well during the colder months of April and early May, but as soon as it began to warm up, the slugs would attack them, and soon the leaves would be filled with holes. Trying to find a remedy for this problem without using chemicals or sprays, I discovered the idea of companion planting. On Facebook, I saw a picture of a beautiful row of cabbages and marigolds beside them. As I read the information, the author shared the solution of planting cabbages with marigolds together to protect the cabbage from slugs. I have to say that it worked to a point. I was able to grow clean cabbages until the rainy weather hit and the slugs were able to grow in population. But thankfully, I was able to harvest this beautiful head of cabbage. I planted the cabbages and I've had the pleasure of eating all of them. And I am so thrilled with this method of planting cabbages with marigolds. I have to say that this is the year of the curly kale. I have enjoyed them so much and they've been growing so well. I planted the kale from seed and it has been a wonderful experience. I've enjoyed them in my meals. Hopefully the Dollar Tree store will have seeds of kale again, and I will be planting them in my garden. Growing winter squash has been such a pleasure. I am so pleased with the different types of winter squash that are available. And I also enjoy the fact that they have come out so prolifically throughout the garden. My pumpkin here is from seed. It is from one of the pumpkins that I grew last year, and it became overripened. I actually had the pumpkin until April, and I ended up breaking it. My husband scattered the seeds. The seedlings came up. I took the little seedling, planted it in the front garden and in different parts of the garden, and was able now to harvest that pumpkin. I am also enjoying my zinnias, and they are from seed. I got the seeds from the Dollar Tree store in a box. One thing that I'm really amazed at is that these different types of squash will make a beautiful decorative table for the winter months coming up. And I know that it is good to try new and different things. Sometimes we get stuck on the old ways of doing things or the things that we are comfortable with and that we've had success with, like for example the jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. But I'm glad that I bought these winter squash seeds, burpee seeds, and that I am willing to try something new, try something different. And I must say that it is making my deck table look very festive, and it's going to help us with transitioning into the new season of autumn. Harvesting corn this year is so special to me, and it is because it brings back fond memories of my father. I've always wanted to grow corn, and my father would grow corn in my backyard, my childhood backyard. I remember the excitement of seeing the corn stalks. This growing season, I designed a tea herbal garden, harvesting peppermint, lemon verbena, and sage to make a healthy tea. I'm reminded of my mother gathering different leaves from her island garden for us to enjoy with our breakfast early in the morning. I'm going to be doing some cleanup, continuing to work with the mums and fix that front garden area. I really want to go section by section and look at the garden. I want to start with the front border and then go to my, that would be my jewel garden area. Then on the other side, I want to go to the urban cottage garden area, my English style garden area, look at the naturalistic part, and then in the back, deal with the back gardens as well. So that's what I'm going to do as a series with you all throughout these next couple of weeks, really looking diligently at each part of the garden and updating it and making it look spick and span and ready for autumn or fall, the changing of the season and the autumn season. This is how the jewel garden is looking after the rain, and I added some mums up here too, just to add some color, because the hibiscus is just about over and I'm gonna have to come in and weed, but I've added these plants here. They say that they're mums too, but I don't think so. They're very pretty. They're working well with the jewel garden, the mums, and they're a good addition. I think I'm going to plant them in to the ground and put them towards the back because I know that they'll come up hopefully again in the at this time. The garden mums. I like this right here with how the hydrangea flower looks so sweet with this plant, which they said mums too, but I don't think it's a mum. I don't know what it is. They didn't put a name on it, but it's so pretty and looks so good with the hydrangea flower here in my jewel garden. Right next to the deck, area, and it is, I kind of neglected it in a bit, and it has taken care of itself in a sense, but I do need to update it because there I have a lot of wonderful things like my hydrangea, like the hostas. There was a hibiscus, my very first hibiscus plant that I planted long time ago. It has bloomed, but it's really been suffering from the Japanese beetle. I didn't spray it, and they really attacked it. And then also I have a grapevine that's down there that I need to check on, and other things. And the rose bushes are really out of place. They're just as wild as ever. So I need to work on that, and that's one of the areas that I really want to tackle, as well as the jewel garden, which we're going to work on cutting back the hibiscus. So all of the areas where the hibiscus are, that's what we're going to work on in the garden. So let's get busy. The other section now that needs some work is this one here, and it's against the deck. I just need to tidy up the rose bushes, the climbing roses, and the other things that are here. Make it look a little more neater. And this is the hibiscus that I was telling you about. My very first hibiscus, I call the pinky hibiscus. She's looking very healthy before, but this year, I believe that's the Japanese beetles, have been actively just decimating the leaves. So I believe it will come back because this is not the first time. But then I have here a fig tree that I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it there in the corner, and the rose bushes that need to be pushed back against the deck. Because they're all out. You can see them here. So this needs a lot of work. And then there is my grapevine that's growing. I have it in a pot growing, and I need to either put it in the ground or I don't know, just fertilize it so that it'll continue. I don't know, I have to figure out what I want to do with it. Now, this was supposed to be my pumpkin patch, and for some reason the pumpkin did not do well here. And I'm glad that I transplanted a lot of the pumpkin seedlings earlier in the year, because that's what's actually growing throughout the garden. But this has just become a weedy space, and definitely needs to be weeded out here. And then this is my naturalistic garden area, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm not disappointed about it. It looks pretty decent. It's just that it's thick. I love how it looks right here, but the time to cut it back will be soon. And then right here I have the butternut squash growing, and I'm going to have to harvest them shortly. Here is one tucked down in here, and then there's another one here. And I believe that there are a few others growing. Here's one growing on the vine. And I know that there are more in here, so I'm not worried about this bed so much. I'm still getting a lot of tomatoes.
we're just enjoying those 100s. Absolutely delicious. My zinnias are doing well, and a lot of other plants are doing very well. This is the back veggie garden, and I have neglected it, I have to admit, and it's very weedy now. I did get a good amount though of cucumbers from it, which is fantastic, and I still have a lot of things growing. This is Brussels sprouts, and this Brussels sprouts self-seeded itself here, both this plant and that plant. From the past, it had grown up, seeded, and just has reseeded itself here. So I'm very impressed with that. I also have the kale that I planted that's growing, and they survived this time. But the cucumbers are pretty much done, and this weed here needs to go. I just need to come in and weed. I have some of the tomato plants still growing, and this is the time when it gets the sun, but it's not enough, I don't think. But I need to come in and do some really upkeep in this area. So basically that is what I have to do for September, is just come through and start the garden cleanup and set the garden in place for the fall weather. Just make it look a little more tidy. I love the fullness of everything. But I think a little deadheading, a little cutback, a little work on emphasizing that the things that are most beautiful at this time is what I'm going to need to do for the garden. And the way to tackle it is section by section, not all at once. And then also enjoy the beauty. If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. How are you doing in your gardening? I hope that all is well. And remember that we want to grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Come on in. Grow, 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 grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Have a wonderful day as we grow together in Catherine's Garden and Home. Bye.
videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.